Hey there. I'm so glad you're watching today. Welcome to the Leader Transition Institute's August 2025 Learn, Do, Grow, Repeat. My name is Annie Brock. I'm a former Army paratrooper, legal clerk, and medevac helicopter pilot, and I'm also an Air Force spouse. My passion topics: mindset, communication, purpose, and a little chocolate on the side. Now, I'm not going to do that thing where I pretend this is live while secretly sipping tea in another zip code. Nope. Full transparency, this is a recording. And if you've been around for anything else I've done, you'll recognize that this background is not my office. So where am I while you're tuning in? I'm in Orlando, Florida, soaking up some leadership gold at the International Maxwell Conference, taking notes like a maniac and having fantastic hallway conversations with other growth-minded people. And so while you're watching this, just imagine me sitting in a ballroom with 2,500 people, furiously scribbling leadership notes on my iPad, thinking, I can't wait to bring this back to everyone. The most exciting part, on the day this will be available to you for the first time, I'll be in the room for the live filming of Live to Lead. And we're bringing Live to Lead back to you again this fall on October 10th, November 20th, and January 8th. You're going to love what we're putting together. Big ideas, practical wisdom, and more than a few I needed to hear that moments. So mark your calendar. We'll see you there. And that brings me to today's message. As I often do, I have a question for you. What do great leaders, entrepreneurs, speakers, parents, service members, and yes, slightly overwhelmed nonprofit founders all have in common? They've all had moments where they felt completely unqualified, deeply uncertain, totally unprepared, and sometimes downright ridiculous. But they showed up anyway. They took the next step. And that's what we're talking about today. We're going to spend a few minutes together in that beautiful, awkward, faith-filled space between I have no idea what I'm doing and wow, look at what I just did. Are you ready? Let's go. I've put together a 3-step framework to help bridge the gap between doubt and action. And you know, I like to do things simply, so I'm going to call it the AAA framework. Number 1, admit you feel underqualified. 2, act before you feel ready. And 3, anchor to community. So let's dive in. Step 1, admit you feel underqualified. That feeling, it's not a flaw, it's not a weakness, and it's definitely not something you fix with 5 extra certifications and a color-coded planner. It's 100% human. At LTI, we see this all the time. Service members leaving the military, spouses re-entering the workforce, veterans trying to tell their story on a resume, people starting over at 30, 40, 60. They're not asking, am I allowed to do this? They're asking, how in the world do I do this? And I've been there too. You'd better believe I Googled, how do you start a nonprofit? Because let's be honest, no one hands you a playbook when you get a big idea with a heart behind it. So let me clear something up right now. If you're waiting for permission to change directions, try something new, or raise your hand for an opportunity, you're not going to get a handwritten note from the universe. But if it helps, here's your permission slip. You are allowed. Tape it to your mirror, stick it on your fridge, print it out and frame it. Because you're not disqualified. You're just in progress. Step 2, act before you feel ready. This is the moment when your brain says, absolutely not. And your gut whispers, but what if it works? I haven't spoken on a stage with John Maxwell sitting in the audience yet, but I've stood in plenty of rooms where I was expected to lead, inspire, and not trip over the phone cord on my way up. Like when I became the Lone Troop Committee Chair, responsible for 20 American Girl Scout troops spread across 4 military installations in Stuttgart, Germany. I had a weekend's worth of training, a minimal handbook, and a binder full of questions, most of which had no clear answers because this was well before the internet could come to my rescue. Let's just say confidence and composure are not always included in the welcome packet. You build them one awkward moment and one brave decision at a time. Here's what I've learned. Confidence isn't the requirement, it's the reward. You don't earn it in theory, you earn it in motion. You get it by showing up scared, doing it anyway, and realizing the world didn't fall apart. So now it's your turn. I want you to think of one thing you've been waiting to feel ready for. Write it down. Yes, right now. On a napkin, your hand, your phone, your heart. And then I want you to take one small step. Message the person. Hit submit. Register for the thing. Say yes to yourself. Don't wait for clarity. I want you to chase it. And here's step 3. Anchor to community. Being unstoppable doesn't mean you go it alone. It means you've got people in your corner who remind you who you are, especially on the days you forget. The first time I shared my vision for LTI with someone, I braced for the eye roll. Instead, they said, "That sounds amazing. How can I help?" And that moment changed everything. So let me ask you, who is your anchor? Who believes in you when your own belief runs dry? Call them, tag them, text them, thank them, and then be that person for someone else. Because unstoppable people build unstoppable people. And this is why the Leader Transition Institute exists. Because people like you, people in transition, people on the edge of something new, people looking for purpose, deserve tools, community, and someone to remind you you're not lost. You're just shifting. And that shift, it might just change everything. So here's what I want you to do. Take that bold step. Post about it on LinkedIn or Facebook. And then tag me in your post. Let the world see what happens when you stop waiting for permission and start building your next chapter. We'll be cheering you on and maybe even featuring your story this fall. Let me leave you with this. Every expert you admire once felt like an imposter. Every leader you follow once whispered, "Why me?" And many great beginnings started with, "Well, here goes nothing." So if you're feeling unqualified, uncertain, and just a little bit terrified, congratulations, you're right on track. Now go be unstoppable. Before we close, I want to take just a few minutes to tell you about the Leader Transition Institute and our signature program, Changing Focus, Moving from We to Me. At LTI, we help people get from where they are right now to where they want to be. We do that through individual, corporate, and government communication and leadership training, coaching, and practical programs that change lives. Want to learn more? Reach out to me at the email address I'm going to put up on the screen, admin@leadertransitioninstitute.org, or message me on LinkedIn. Now about Changing Focus. Changing Focus, Moving from We to Me is a free, virtual, hands-on, interactive program designed for service members, veterans of any era and discharge status, military spouses, and currently those of you who are laid off from federal or federally related NGO jobs due to cutbacks. Whether you're 2 years from leaving the military or 30 years out, we've had alumni from all stages say the program changed their lives. Military transition is a team sport, and we love it when spouses participate together. If you're in transition, you don't have to walk through it alone. Our next cohort is September 18th to the 21st, and registration closes September 3rd. We also have cohorts in October and early December. We'd love to have you join us. The link for the registration page is on the screen right now. Thanks again for watching, and remember, your next chapter isn't waiting for you to feel ready. It's waiting for you to begin. Go be unstoppable. Thank you, and I'll see you next month.